Good morning, student. Welcome in Step 2 Smart Class. I am Saroja Singh Yadav. Today I will teach lesson Diversity in Living Thing and their classification. Diversity in living thing and their classification. The geographical condition of different places on the earth are very different. As we see, all the living thing is living on the earth, and all living thing develop in a diverse condition. What's a diverse? Diverse is a different. So all living thing is develop in a different condition because some living thing need warm condition, some need rainy, and some cold. So according to their requirement, they can grow in and suitably develop in that environment. So according to the variation in the environment, we see the different type of living thing also. The various type of living thing have survived because of their ability to adjust themselves in the condition in their surrounding. Now we will see the diversity in the plant. On the earth there are many different type of living thing. Actually, first of all, we see which topics we will cover in this lesson. We will cover diversity in plant, need for classification of plants, diversity in animals, and classification in animals. One by one we see all these topics which we will cover in this chapter. Now first topic is diversity in plant. As we see there on the earth different types of plant. Why these plants are different types? There are many reasons because of which these plants body, size, shape are different, and due to the different climate and environment they grow in a different form. Some plants are very short while others are very tall, and some have canopies, and some plants grow underwater while some float on the water also. It depends upon the varieties that we can see. Like on the basis of the method of nutrition, some plants are different. First, autotroph, heterotroph, insectivorous. Some plants are autotrophs. They make their food in the presence of sunlight by itself. For example, hibiscus, periwinkle, apple, mango, almost most of plants are coming under it. Heterotrophics, these plants uses other plants for food like dodar, fungus. These use other plant for the survival of or for the growth of their own. Now next is a insectivorous plant. These insectivorous plants consumes insects as a food. ये अपने खाने के लिए कीड़े मकोड़ों को इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं. ऐसे प्लांट्स को हम इंसेक्टिवरस प्लांट बोलते हैं. एक उदाहरण के लिए पिक्चर प्लांट. Now we see the structure of plants. Plants are in a different form as per their structure. Plant's structure can be divided in two parts, like stem, which grow above the ground, and the root, which grow below the ground surface. Plants consisting of main three parts: stem, root, leaves. Now see this picture of plant. In this picture of plant we can see the first of all root which hold the soil and help the plant to stand erect, and function of root is absorb and transport the water, nutrition from the soil. And we see the leaf. The leaf is a flat, it play important role in production of food. So we can say for the plant, leaf is a factory of food because manufacturation of the food is taking place in the plants. Next we see stem. Stem is having height, shape and the size of the plant. It depends upon the stem how the plant is. Okay. Now function of plant, conduction, production and storage and the reproduction. So this stem is helping in production. How? Produce करने में. Then conduction यानी खाना और पानी को एक जगह से यानी प्लांट के एक पार्ट से दूसरी प्लांट में लेके जाने के लिए ये हेल्प करता है. Then storage of food में भी and reproduction में. Then we see fruit. Okay, fruit. Okay, first we see the flower, then we will see the fruit. Flower. Flower most attractive part which connect to stem by a stalk. फ्लावर जो है सबसे सुंदर पार्ट जो है प्लांट का होता है. इट्स अ कलरफुल ऑल्सो, हैविंग अ पर्टिकुलर शेप एंड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट of the plant for the reproduction. So next we see the fruit. This fruit is a different in shape and contain one or more seed and this seed is used for growing of new plants in a suitable environment or atmosphere. Now see in the structure of plant, the type of leaves are there. Two types of leaves mostly we see. First is a simple and another is a compound leaf. In the case of simple leaf, this leaf is directly connected to the stem. This you can see clearly in the picture. And compound leaf, this leaf normally you can see in the rose plant. So then we see the type of root, two type of root, taproot and fibrous root. Taproot is normally you can see in the carrot and radish, and fibrous root is you can see commonly in the most of the plants. Now we will cover the topic need for the classification of plants. See, many thing is required, then only we do no. So similarly, in the world, more than lakh plants are available. It's quite difficult for us to study all the plants and identify which plant is very useful for us, which one is not useful for us, which creating a harmful effect on us. So it's quite difficult for us. So for studying about all the plants, so we had done the classification. For sake of convenience, if we classify the plants by keeping as per their shape, size and the characteristics like some similarity and difference in structures and their organs or other characteristic, on this basis we can keep the plants in a different classes, so it's make easier for us to study. That's why we had done the classification. And here the one scientist whose name is scientist like Carolus Linnaeus made the first scientific classification of the plant. This scientist had observed all the plants and he kept in his mind, and he thought it's very necessary for us to make the classes of plants and do the classification, so it's quite easier for us to study in the detail of the plants. Now we see classification of plants. Here plants are classified different way. So first we see according to the size and height of the stem. Plants can classified. How these plants is classified? On the basis of height and size of their stems. So first we will go in decreasing order. First tree is the tallest plant, and in this tree its stem is very big in size. It's very tall, and stem is very hard and strong. And these trees also bear the flowers, fruit, and it live for the several years. It live many years, and it's a best friend of human being also. Why it's best friend? Because it give whenever we need, it give shade to us, give fruits, flowers, and wood also. Now we see the shrub. Shrub is a little bit smaller than the tree. Its stem is not as much big in a size, and its height is not very tall as the tree, but it's tall but is short, lesser than the tree, its height, and this give out the branches very close to the ground. Example is hibiscus, oleander. Next we see herb. Herb grow 1 to 1.5 meter tall, and its stem is green in color, flexible, live for a few months only, or sometimes some plants it live for 2 years also. Okay, for example mint, tulsi. Now we see another two, creeper and climber. Creeper, its stem is very weak, very flexible, soft and green in color. It grow very rapidly with the support of any woody stem and house and anything, because it run on the ground in a creeping form. Its stem is very weak, so it not able to stand erect. So example is gourd, like gourd, Ridia gourd, then bitter gourd. It's coming under the bitter gourd is not coming under the creeper. Pumpkin gourd is coming under the creeper. Now we will see the climber. Climber is very flexible, soft, green. It's having a stem is very flexible, soft and green in color. It also grow, or it can climb very rapidly with the help of support. Example, money plant, bitter gourd, grapes is a example of climber. It climb anywhere on wood or any other plant also. Now see the classification of plant according to the period of their life cycle. How the plant is classified? According to the period of life cycle. Some plants is coming under the annular, some biennial, perennial. So the annual is the plants which coming under the annual group or class. Its life cycle of plant are completed in 1 year. It live only 1 year. Like if we grow the sunflower, it will be grow for 1 year, and in 1 year it will take the full growth and flower will blossom. Then after the season it will be done. Then once again we have to grow the sunflower. So this sunflower is coming under the annular type of plant. Now biennial, this biennial life cycle of plant are for 2 years. Okay, like carrot, beetroot is example of the biennial plants. Perennial plants, the plant live for several years and it grow flowers, fruits. Example like gulmohar, mango, what this one, blackberry, custard apple, many other plants, trees are there like neem tree, sesame. These all are coming under the perennial class. Now, classification of plant according to the bearing of flowers. Some plants are classified according to the bearing of flower and not bearing a flower. So, it's two class, flowering plant and non-flowering plants. Like some plant bear flower, like rose, marigold, sunflower, jasmine, lily. So, it's coming under the flowering plants. And some plants which never bear the flower. Okay, it may have or have not organs like a root, stem and leaf. Okay, and it may not bear the flower also. Okay, example is fern and fungus, algae. So, it is coming under the non-flowering plant. Next we see according to the various habitat of the plants can classify. So how plants are classified? Various habitat of plant. So according to the their habits where they grow, in which environment it grow, the plant will classify. Like some plants grow on the land, land is suitable for that plant, so plants grow on the land is coming under the one category. So example is mango tree, neem tree, sesame, all these three which commonly you see as in your surroundings. Next is a water. So some plants grow in a water like lotus, it's commonly come in our mind. Madame Curie plant, you can see in the water. Now marshy area. Some plants grow in a marshy area. These plants example is, or some fungus, algae is easily grow in a marshy area. Now desert, the plant grow in a desert area where sand is there, like Rajasthan. So commonly we can see the cactus. Variety of cactus is grow in the desert area. Here now we will come to the important facts. Plants having some facts. World largest flower. The world largest flower is found in Indonesia. Its diameter of the flower is approximate or about 1 meter. Flower is Rafflesia amoldi. Rafflesia amoldi is a flower. This one is having a 1 meter length. Now we see world smallest flower. The world smallest flower plant is Wolffia or the duckweed. Its diameter is 0.5 millimeter. Now we will come in a diversity and classification in animals. We see diversity and then we see the classification in animals. So, what diversity we normally see in the animals? Different animals have developed different shape, to survive in the environment. There is a great variety in a body structure of animal too, like amoeba that cannot see with our eyes, but in here only we can see huge camel, elephant, which can run on the ground and we can normally see with our naked eyes. Then some small animals like a snail, fish, which living in a water and it's swim in a water. And here we see kite, which normally fly in a sky, in a very high, and butterfly, it just flitter around the flowers. Lizard, which quarrel on the wall, and we see as per their characteristic, it's a diversity in the animals. And all these animals having parts like head, neck, torso, tail and limb for their movement. And as per their various organ structure, these animals are having diversity in it. Now we see here diversity in animals. Some points is written. As I explain, everything is based on this point only. Different body structure, बॉडी का आकृति अलग अलग होता है, इसकी वजह से भी विभिन्नताएं एनिमल्स में मिलती हैं. डिफरेंट मेथड ऑफ टेकिंग फूड, द वे ऑफ ईटिंग फूड इज डिफरेंट इन द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ एनिमल्स. लिव इन अ डिफरेंट प्लेस, some animal live in water, some land, some in air, so it's having a difference. Now different in color, different mode of reproduction, so there is a great diversity that we observe later on in our next slides. Now we will see classification of animals. So we have done the classification of animals on the following way. See, classified on the cell structure, then classified on the vertebral column, classified on method of reproduction, and last is classified on habitat. One by one we see how the animals are classified on which basis. First we see the classification of animal. According to the cell structure, animal can be classified. So here animals are classified on the basis of cell structure. Some animals having only one cell, which coming under the category unicellular animal, like amoeba, paramecium, euglena. All these things we already saw in our previous lesson, the living world. Now the next is a multicellular animals. These multicellular animals having many cells like horse, bear, tortoise and all other animals, cat, dog, you can say more. These all animals consisting of many cells. Now we see the classification of animal on the basis of vertebral column. Some animals having vertebral column, some does not have vertebral column, so it categorized in a two group. Those who having a vertebral column, it coming under a vertebrates, and those do not have the vertebral column, it's coming under the invertebrate. You see this snake, lizard, tortoise, some birds, fish, kangaroo, human being is coming under the vertebrate, and invertebrate like snail, cockroach, earthworm, starfish, these all coming under the invertebrate. Next classification is according to the mode of reproduction. So reproduction is categorized animals in two category. First is a oviparous animals, another is a viviparous animals. Oviparous animals which lay the egg, like hen, all the birds, butterfly, fish, frog, penguin, all these animals like crocodile, all these animals lay the egg. So it coming under the oviparous. Now the viviparous, the animals which give birth to their young one, like horse, bear, alligator, deer, fish. These all animals give a birth to small baby. So it coming under the viviparous. Now we will see classification of animal on the basis of habitat, or we see according to their habitat animals are classified. Like animals live on the land, so it coming under the terrestrial animals. Some animals live on the water, so it's coming under aquatic animals category. And some animals which live on the land also and water also, so it's coming under the class amphibious. These amphibious live in land and water both. So its example is frog, salamander, tortoise. So this one is here you can see, and the animals which live in water, example is fish, all type of fish, okay. And animals live on the land, example is camel, sheep, horse, hen, goat. Now classification of, here some animals which live in air, so it's coming under the category aerial mode of life. So these aerial mode of life animal which live in a different place, okay. Some make their nest on the tree, so some made their nest on the shoe rack also, or somewhere else also. In your house also sometime you had seen the nest of the birds. So but they living somewhere else, but they their life mostly going on by flying in air. So these animals are kite, eagle, crow, honeybees. So all these are coming under the aerial mode of life categories animals. Okay. Here my chapter diversity in living thing and their classification is completed. If you like, click on the subscribe button, and if you have any query, kindly write in my comment box so that I can respond to your query.